Hello, grade 6. How are you? I hope to be well. Today we will start with a new lesson in Unit 8. It's a legend. Legend means أسطورة. It's a story, not real story. The title of the lesson is Two Heroes. How peace came to the people of the Great Lakes. Long ago, tribes mean قبائل, lived on the east of the Great Lakes of the North America. So there were five tribes in North America. For years, they had been at war. Within the tribes, village fought against village. Family argued and there were fights in their homes. There was no peace and no one safe. ما كان في عندنا لا safe ولا peace. ما في سلام ولا أمان. On the other side of the lakes, an old woman slept. As she slept, she dreamt her daughter had a son. بنتها كان عندها son ولد. His name was Digawenda. She dreamt that one day he would take a message of the people to the tribes across the water. He grew up to be a brave, wise, and gentle boy. Wise معناها حكيم. He became a man. He talked to his grandmother and his mother. He told them that he wanted to bring peace to 5 nations. They agreed to let him go. We are here. The Gawinda set of the lake. He paddled, a white stone canoe. Canoe, this one called canoe, like boat, to the opposite of shore. Shore like ضفة النهر or beach. Okay. When people saw him floating in a boat made of stone, they were amazed. They listened to his word, and at once they agreed to put their weapons and live peacefully. Weapons mean like tool used for war, like bows, arrow, and axes. So the Gawinda traveled to people, the Gawinda traveled to the next village, the next, and the next. Everywhere he went, brought word of peace, and the people put down their weapons. At last, he came to Mawak tribes. It's a name of tribes, okay? The boss was Hitwa, the same meaning with boss, Rais. He was a first warrior, okay? But he was not angry at the stranger's arrival. I have dreamed bad dreams for many months, he said. I can't sleep at night, but I don't know why. Hitwa called his people together and Digawinda spoke to them. You must lay down your weapons, he told them. People should not kill each other. If we don't keep our bows and arrow and our axes, said one warrior, our neighbor will kill us. Warrior, the same with muharib in Arabic. They have already put their weapons aside. The Gawinda, they are at peace. Then we will do the same, said Hitwa. The next part here, before the Gawinda left, he gave Hitwa a warning. The chief of the Uganda live above the lake. He will not listen to me. He is powerful and harm anyone who listen to me. In the month after the Gawanda left the festival of Eid Ghadar, he was three daughters dead, and no one know why. كان عنده three daughters وهدول three daughters ماتوا. Hitler was filled with sadness. He believed that the evil chief was the cause, and he went to look for the Gawenda. During a long and a dangerous journey like trip, okay, fought wild bears and wolves at last. He found the Gawinda and he spoke to Hitwa wisely and kindly. Hitwa's sadness grew less. He decided that he too would spread. the message of peace. Spread معناها ينشر المسج تبع السلام. He left Digawinda and traveled to village after village, spreading peace across the land. At last, only one man had no listened and changed his way. The evil chief of Uganda tribe. So Digawinda and Hitwa traveled together to the mountain in a cave, high above the lake. They found their chef. Hitwa horror. Horror means rob. He was more of a monster than man. Look at him. He is an ugly man. His face was hideous. Hideous means ugly. And there were snakes in his hair. They talked to him for many hours. At last, Hitwa said, I was like you. My heart was full of fear like hope and hate. But I have changed. I believe the message of peace. The chef smiled. Now so do I, he said as he spoke. His ugliness disappeared. بعد ما حكوا معاه البشع اللي في وجهه disappeared اختفى. And Hitwa gently pulled the snakes from his hair. They returned to gather down the mountain to a place where all tribes were waiting. The Gawinda spoke of his plan to make one great nation like citizen, like city. He told them of the law they should keep. عملوا law, قانون يحميهم. The tribes agreed, and at the end one of the meeting, they burned all their weapons. دفنوا كل أسلحتهم. Cleared all their weapons. The Gawenda planted a tree there, and it was known as the Great Tree of Peace. Then the Gawenda went away, leaving Hitwa in his place. So it is the story. I will explain it in the live. So if you have any question about this story, tell me. Thank you for listening.